WTIM.
And welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. Our morning show and host, I guess, is me, Grayson Bauman. But joining us today, man, this is a crew. I've had a lot of crews so far. I've got Rick Pins, or Chicago Pins. He's on the end here. I've got Don Koffold, president of the THS Class of 75. He's on the near side here to me. I've got Pat Daly, lead drummer of the Pat Daly Dog Band. To the three of you, woo! Good morning. How are we? Oh, man, oh, man. Well, that tells you a little bit about how fired up these gentlemen are for the Pat Daly Dog Band, the Old Farts Festival, Class of 75. There's a lot going on with the Old Farts Festival. So let's start with you, Don. Tell me a little bit about what is the Old Farts Festival.
Well, the Old Farts Festival is happening on a weekend where our Taylorville High School Class of 75 50-year reunion is also happening. I don't typically think of myself as an old fart, but, when you get to that milestone, your 50-year high school reunion, there's no denying that you're an old fart. So,
Don, we think of you as an old fart.
You're right there with me. But, old farts need to kick up their heels every now and then and have a good time.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what the Old Farts Festival is about. It's going to happen the Friday night before the reunion, which will be on Saturday. The Old Farts Fest is on Friday, September the 19th. It will be at this kind of cool new bar just off the square in Taylorville called The Backyard. It's Old Fart hours, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about it. We've got the Pat Daly Dog Band that's going to perform. It's a 70s rock supergroup. It's made up of guys that have played together in bands since junior high school.
Yep.
I heard these guys play in junior high school and, throughout high school, college, into adulthood. And they played, they're great musicians, and they played in different bands throughout their lives, earning money, making music and performing. So pretty excited about it.
Making people happy.
That's
what we're all about.
Yeah, we're excited. I'm really excited to see these guys play again. Yes, yeah.
Well, awesome, guys. I think, this is kind of a first deal for this. And I have never heard quite of a class reunion kind of pinching a little bit of a fest. You really got an idea behind this whole thing. And I really am excited for you guys for Friday night, September 19th. And that'll be at the Backyard Barbecue. Now, my question for you. All right. Yeah, we're old farts. I hear you. This guy's a young fart, maybe. All right. Am I welcome?
Absolutely. It's for everyone. We're hoping as many of our classmates from the class of 75 show up on Friday night. As again, the reunion's on Saturday night. But we're hoping that old farts throughout Central Illinois come to the show, as well as young whippersnappers as well.
Any cover charge associated to that?
No, it's completely free, no cover. So no reason not to come. Come by and have a good time. So again, the music's going to be great. Great tunes from the 70s.
It's an excellent facility for music. The outdoor stage is covered. There's a bar that's covered outside. They make pizzas. I think they have wings.
It's great food.
Great spot for music.
It's called the Backyard. They have a big patio. And it's a pretty cool patio. I think the place was an auto body shop before they turned it into a restaurant bar. And so a lot of the decor in the patio were like old car parts and stuff. So it's a cool place.
Kind of fits your guys' deal.
Really. Yeah. Old and rusty.
Old rusty stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Creaky things.
You said it. Yeah. You gentlemen said it, not I. So I'd like that just to be known, just to make sure here. Well, that's a little bit about the Old Farts Festival. But we got Pat Daly of the Pat Daly Dog Band. What can you tell me about 50 years of history behind this?
Well, it all started, I guess, when in this weekend being St. Mary's Festival, we were hired, we being Amplified Heat was the band name. And
what year was this?
This is probably 8th grade.
8th grade. Wow.
So you can do the math.
Yeah.
Tom Houston, who's our guitar player in the dog band, and I and Bill Brown had a trio together playing music of the day, some
St. Mary's Gym.
in
I was
St.
there.
Mary's Gym, and Don was there and saw us. So that's really the kind of the root
Yeah.
of the dog band. Also, we're very interested in seeing more established groups. And one band we would go see is Poor Richard's Almanac. That featured our keyboard player, Ron DeMichael. And I mean, they were the cat's meow at the time. It's like, wow, if we could ever, get pro equipment like this and have all these great tunes and the talent, so that's where Ron DeMichael fits in the dog band.
Great musician, great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Singer, songwriter, guitar player, keyboard player,
Producer,
you name it.
At the same time, and this is a little bit probably more 9th, 10th grade, I met Pete Frasina. He plays bass, is just fantastic, sings a little bit too, but we just were almost brothers musically. Just really shared so much that we began playing together, not too much out in bands, and we went to different colleges. But we've recruited Pete to come back. He's living in Atlanta and comes up for rehearsals.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, getting the old band back together.
How cool for you guys to have started that young and then continued on this far. And I apologize.
Oh,
So you've heard of garage bands. Well, these guys were a basement band.
yes.
Pat lived on West Main Cross. I grew up on Illini Drive. It's on the west side of town, just by the fairgrounds. But I'd go over to Pat's house, and those guys, they had a room in his basement where they'd play. And it's a fairly small room, and it was pretty loud. But, Pat and Pete and Tom Houston would play down there. And again, I'm in junior high school, I think, or high school. And it was so great because it'd be like, wow, these guys are playing, Led Zeppelin songs, Cream songs I listened to on my stereo, It's like, whoa. So I've always been blown away by listening to these guys play. So I'm really excited.
Oh man. I mean, and for you guys too, like how you even stick together after 50 years. I mean, we know what the divorce rate is here these days. I'm just saying. I mean, that's a pretty impressive.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm sure there have been some ups and downs, but to know that you guys have stayed pretty even keel is really impressive.
I think it's the love of the music, and especially the same type of music. And I really can't talk about my musical influences growing up in Taylorville without mentioning Mark Herman. He was, again, a little bit older. He played in a band with Ron, our keyboard player, singer. And again, we just idolized these guys. But Mark also would spend most of his spending money on buying new records, experimenting, just buy it because the cover looks interesting, or he would recognize a name off the back, a producer or a side musician or something. And he really was the center of our music culture here in Taylorville.
Yeah.
And may he rest in peace.
Yes.
But he was a great influence, not only on us, but, generations before and after us.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not generations before, but
he was really good.
But definitely after us.
Yeah.
So credits to Mark Herman for some of that influence on the music side of things.
Absolutely. No doubt. So we have, the core of the group here from Taylorville. And
we brought in a ringer.
We need a little icing on that cake. So that's where Chicago Rick comes in.
So you're a city slicker, as I see here.
Well, I'm a city slicker, suburb seeker. Yeah. But I get it. Yeah, I got involved in playing music. I think the big date was February 9th, 1964. Do we all know what happened on that date? The Beatles broke town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Ed Sullivan Show. And I know Ron and I were talking the other day about we actually saw the Beatles on that show, and it changed our lives. It made us want to play music, and it made us want to play good music. And so what you'll hear when you come and hear us and come see us on the 19th is the classic rock songs.
Okay.
Those are what we those are our strength and our bread and butter.
what we grew up with.
That's what we grew up with. That's what we enjoy.
What the songs we would strive, we'd hear them on the radio and then strive to learn to play them.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough to hear them. We had to,
Yeah, and you had to buy the record. You had and you had to lift the needle and use the needle back and forth just to learn these things. Oh my!
Look at the album cover, front, back, inside, liner notes.
Yep.
So you go back still quite a ways, though, Rick.
I do.
Man, so
I'm the oldest fart.
Rick is an old fart.
Well, again, that's these guys telling you they're old farts. But what a unique background to all of this for you guys to have been 50 plus years, not even just 50 plus years in the making of this, and to come together for maybe not quite your class reunion, but coming together for a 50th anniversary for the class of 75 at the Backyard Barbecue Friday night before the Saturday night reunion will be taking place. Again, Friday night for the Old Farts Festival, September 19th at the Backyard Barbecue. No cover charge, and we want the youngins there too. When we come back, I want to hear some music. Apparently, we want to hear some maybe 70s, maybe some 80s, maybe some good stuff. And we will get to dive into that for the first time, at least my first time here on the WTIM Morning Show. We'll have some live music for you here in studio, share a couple memories as well. But again, the Old Farts Festival, the Old Fart Gentlemen joining me here on the WTIM Morning Show.
WTIM.com. Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Steady trade with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. December corn down 2 1/4, 4.15 3/4. March corn down 2 1/4, 4.34 1/4. May corn 4.44 3/4, down 2 1/2. November beans down 2 1/2, 10.24 1/2. January beans down 2 1/4, 10.43 1/4. March beans 10.58 1/4, down 2 1/2. December wheat 5.20 1/2, up 1 1/4. March wheat up 1 1/4, 5.37. October bean meal 2.79 even, down to $1.50. October bean oil up 1/4, 51.06. Livestock trade, September feeders 358.85, down 97 cents. October live cattle down 70 cents, 235.27. October lean hogs down 87 cents, 95.15. Energy market, October crude oil 62.24, up 37 cents. You're listening to the RFD.
Fall means football, festivals, and holiday fun made better with the refreshing glass of Prairie Farms lemonade. Prairie Farms is proud to partner with the Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation, a national leader in the fight against childhood cancer. Look for the special QR code on your favorite bottle or jug of Prairie Farms lemonade and help us raise a minimum of $100,000 in support of child cancer research. Make a difference for families impacted by childhood cancer by choosing crisp, refreshing Prairie Farms lemonade.
I'm Will Perkins, President and CEO of the Taylorville Community Credit Union. TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight, allowing a different nonprofit organization to be highlighted on WTIM, WMKR, and WRAN each month.
This is Bruce Blanchard. The Christian County YMCA is a cause-driven organization that gives back to the communities we serve. It's much more than a gym. The Y is a place where people of all ages come together. Seniors enjoy land and water exercise classes. Families benefit from the before and after school and summer day camp programs. And kids enjoy youth sports programs, teen center, and grade school parties. The Christian County YMCA has been making a difference for more than 45 years. For more information, please call 217-287-7271.
TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
Hi, everyone. Nicole Patrick here, your local country financial representative at 1305 West Bresser in Taylorville. I'm proud to recognize the Tornado student athletes that represent our community by being the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. During Tornado Sports broadcasts this school year, WTIM announcers will select a player at the end of each game who will receive a certificate for being named our Player of the Game. Good luck to all the teams this season, and go Tornadoes!
WTIM. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, I've got Chicago Rick on this left end here, Rick Penns, Don Koffel, He is the president of the THS class of 75 and really helped put this whole dang thing together. And Pat Daly of the Pat Daly Dog Band. And we'll get to hear a little sneak peek, a little snippet of that. What's coming up for you Friday night, September 19th. Do want to get into some more of your memories because we could have a 30-minute interview easily here today. Some of those favorite ones, some of those big ones, one of which that really stands out for you, apparently.
Well, there was a lot of great live music in Taylorville and the surrounding community as we were growing up. Earlier, Nashville North was mentioned, which was a venue. Gosh, what road is that on? Going out to
29 or 100, 103.
Going to
Kincaid.
But it's a pretty small venue that had just like the big names of country come through. I mean, Merle Haggard, Emmylou Harris was there. You name it. Just all the big names came through, and small place. You could go see them in a real intimate surrounding, and I know they had the artists love coming here because of the cooking that they get, home cooking in Taylorville. It's a great place. And one of the things we were also talking about earlier was we had this great event in 1974. A classmate of mine from the class of 75 actually promoted a concert in Taylorville, and he brought Ted Nugent and the Amboy. Was it the Amboy Dukes at that point? Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, featuring Mike Panera from Cactus as an opening act. Started to promote the show, and everybody was excited about it. And the local newspaper, the editor felt that this was not going to be a good event for the city of Taylorville. It would bring a bad element into the city.
Hippies.
Yeah. So Ted was going to be coming to Taylorville from the Mississippi River Festival, which was a summer music festival that was pretty big and pretty popular. It's in Sedalia, Missouri. And apparently Ted was coming to Taylorville from the Mississippi River Festival. And he wrote a number of editorials. He took people from the Fair Board because Mark Morton had booked the exposition building at the Christian County Fairgrounds for the show to witness what kind of things go on at the Mississippi River Festival. And I won't get into all that, but he really had the people in the community scared that thousands of godless, drug-addled hippies were going to invade our town and rape, pillage, plunder. And so I would say 70% of the people in Taylorville wouldn't let their kids out of the house, much less go to the show. So, there were not very many people at the show. And it was like having Ted Nugent in your living room. It was great.
Exactly.
It was wonderful.
It had to have been awesome.
It was great. It was great. I'd say maybe 200 people?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
These guys
Fantastic.
probably have memory upon memory in 50 plus years of building said memories here in the Taylorville area. But I want to make sure that we've got time to allow Rick to get to the strings. I want to allow time for Pat to take us away here. The Pat Daly Dog Band playing at the Old Farts Festival on September 19th. Give them a taste, folks.
All right, what you're going to hear are the classics. And where do we start with classics? But with the Beatles.
Oh, yes.
Well, we went to Miami Beach, BOSC. Did to bed last night. All the way the paper bag was on my knee. And I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in the USSR. Back in the USSR.
And what else will we hear? I think, what we'll do? A little Moody Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to get some Cat Stevens.
No.
Ooh, baby, baby, Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Gonna smile, girl. That was a dog getting kicked.
Yes.
There's no kick dogs on this show.
Yes.
No.
Folks.
Little America you're gonna hear. And where would we be without the Rolling Stones?
Ah. Ooh. Mm.
My seat going girls anymore. I won't get to that. Happens every day. A little
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I got to wrap things up and I don't want to. But I tell you what, the Old Farts Festival coming up Friday night, September 19th, 7 to 10 p.m. at the Backyard Barbecue. See the Pat Daly Dog Band. My goodness. My goodness, folks. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you.
You got it. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena